This is such a satisfying bowl of ramen. And whenever you crave your basic ramen, you can always elevate it to another level and it would taste equally better. But instead of using the small little flavor boosting bags that are included in your ramen, you can prepare your bowl of ramen from healthy ingredients. Today I added some proteins like crab meat and some caviar, and I also added some kimchi for the spiciness, and I have some seaweed and also freshly grated and fried cauliflower. It looks amazing and it smells, I cannot even describe it. Hi and welcome to Dolce Mia Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to elevate your basic instant ramen into a healthier and better version of a ramen, instant ramen noodles. Now, instant ramen noodles is something that all of us could crave sometimes, no matter how healthy our lifestyle is. They can be totally satisfying after a night out, especially in the morning, or they can be a quick and easy and very comforting food whenever you don't feel like cooking. And you can add any type of garnishing into your ramen soup or your ramen bowl, like greens, vegetables, or a source of protein like meat, chicken, shrimps, or tofu if you're vegan. And no matter what you add into your ramen bowl, they can be still unhealthy because you're going to use those flavor boosting add-ons. And today I'm going to show you how to avoid using those flavor boosting powder pockets that are included in your ramen, and I'll show you a different way, a healthier way, how to make your delicious and equally spicy and tasty ramen bowl. I'm also going to use a tip from Gordon Ramsay to add a really crispy garnishing on top of my bowl of ramen, so make sure you watch it until the end. And don't worry, it's not going to take a lot of time to prepare it. We are not going to use those little buckets that are included in our bag of ramen, like these two. I think this is a stirred ramen sauce, and there's just like some dry vegetables. We're not going to use them. Forget about them. We're only going to use the noodles. You can also buy regular noodles like that looks exactly like that in your local grocery store, but whatever I had, so I'm using this today. Also, since we're not going to use the stir-fry kimchi flavor, I'm going to add as a topping some fresh kimchi. It's really, really delicious and it's really good for your digestion. And also for the proteins, you can use meat, as I mentioned before. You can use chicken, shrimps, tofu if you're vegan. But today I had these flavored crab sticks, and I'm also going to add some red caviar on top as a protein. And as a topping, I'm going to add some fresh cilantro, some really flavorful basil, and chili peppers. Also, I'm going to use as a flavor boosting base for my ramen soup when I'm going to prepare it. I'm going to use the fish sauce and, of course, my favorite Sriracha sauce. It's spicy, but it makes a huge difference. It's much better than this one. For the toppings, I'm going to add some dry and crispy seaweed. Also, I'm going to add some ginger. I'm going to put it in the soup. You'll see very soon. And this is something that I borrowed from Gordon Ramsay's recipe when he was doing his version of healthy ramen. Okay, so now we're going to create the base for our broth. I forgot to mention you can also use any type of broth like chicken broth or beef broth for your ramen, but I'm going to use a boiled water, and I'm going to add this flavorful greens and ginger and garlic. So let's do this. I'm going to cut a little bit of some basil, just like that. I don't think you need much, but it smells amazing. I just love the smell of basil. Also, I'm going to cut some cilantro. just like that, a little bit. Snip, snip, snip. Oh, if you could smell all these aromas, I'm telling you, there's nothing like a smell of fresh cut greens. They're healthy and they're so flavorful. Okay, I think this is enough. And I'm going to cut my ginger. I washed it before, of course. I like it a little bit more spicy, so I'm going to use half of this stem, just like that. Some more. It will give us that delicious aroma in our broth. And of course, I'm going to add those red peppers and some garlic. I'm not going to freshly mince my garlic. I'm just going to add, for the flavor, I'm going to add a few cloves. Clean it, just like that, a little bit. And I'll add it with the ginger. Now I think my teapot is ready with my hot water. And now we're moving to the stove. See, everything is ready. Let's go. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to add some hot water as a base. Woo! Look at this. For our ramen. And then, I think I'll add some more. We're going to add the ginger for the flavor. Just like that. Oops. Some garlic. Red pepper. And we're going to mix everything together. Okay. Never mind. Let it simmer for just a little bit so that the aroma will, dissolve into the water, and we'll have a really delicious and flavorful broth. And after that, we're going to add the ramen noodles. Just give it a little bit time. Okay, let's do this. Let's move it a little bit. 1 and 2, because we are hungry. Now you can cover your pot with a lid, or you can just simply change the sides of your ramen. I think I'm going to cover it. And let it simmer for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Do you remember when I said that I'm going to use a tip from Gordon Ramsay's recipe when he was doing his own version of his ramen? So this is the topping that he used. I'm going to cut this cauliflower. Actually, I'm going to grate it and use it as a topping for my ramen. And you will see how I'm going to turn it into a delicious and crispy topping of my ramen. So let's grate it on this one. Yeah, the thinner the better. It looks like a parmesan when you grate it. Look at this. We are going to mix it with some rice flour, some spices, and we're going to deep fry it. I'm doing this while my ramen is cooking in a delicious broth of ginger and some spices. Check this out. Okay, now we're going to do the topping. Come see this. I think our ramen is ready. It's been 10 minutes. The smell is amazing. I'm going to remove the ginger, the spices, and I'm going to drain it. Okay, now after we drained our ramen, we're going to put it back in our pot. Just mix it a little bit on a very low heat. Then we're going to add some butter for the taste. some fish sauce instead of salt, and some Sriracha sauce for the spiciness. The more, the better for me. And let's mix it, just like that. See how creamy it gets? Creamy and delicious and flavorful and spicy. Wow, beautiful. Now we're going to add our greens, the cilantro and basil. We're going to mix it with our ramen. And I'm also going to add some spicy pepper, just a little bit, because we already have the Sriracha sauce. Just simmer for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it's ready. Ready for our toppings. I'm adding some kimchi also, and turn the heat down. Everything is ready, and now we're going to add our cauliflower topping. So after we grated our cauliflower, we're going to put it in a bowl. We're going to add some rice flour for the crispiness, just a little bit, some salt, and some Aleppo pepper. We're going to mix it together, and we're going to head to the stove to fry it. Let's go. The heat is on. Let's put the pan, heat it a little bit, add some oil, and let it warm up just a little bit. So this is going to be our topping for our ramen. Better do this quick because the ramen is getting cold already. Okay. See, now it starts grilling just a little bit. Okay. And now look how crispy it got. It's almost ready. Let's give it some time, just a little bit, and then we're going to put it on top of our ramen as a topping. I'm just going to put it in a paper towel just to get rid of that extra oil before I put it on top of my ramen. Just like that. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay, now we're ready for our bowl of ramen. Let's put it in the bowl. Like that. Some kimchi, some greens, some crispy cauliflower as a topping. And also we're going to add some crispy, finely chopped, like julienne strips, seaweed for the crispiness and the taste. And it's ready. Let's taste it. So now my delicious bowl of ramen is ready. I added some seaweed, and I also added some finely grated and fried cauliflower. Also, I have kimchi, and if you prefer it as is, you can enjoy your bowl of ramen. But I'm also going to add some proteins. You can add any type of meat. I'm going to add some crab sticks, some crab meat. Just a little bit, like that. And I'm going to top it with some red caviar, just a little bit, to make it more prettier. Okay, now we have our perfect and healthy bowl of ramen ready. Check this out. Now let's taste it. The crispy cauliflower, it adds that texture to the ramen. And the noodles, they're so silky and full of flavor. The taste is incredible. I can taste the ginger and the garlic from the broth. Oh God, I cannot stop eating it. I love it. This is such a delicious bowl of ramen. I love it. It tastes amazing. I'm so proud of myself that I didn't have to use those flavor boosting bags for my ramen. And it's just a healthy, very healthy and nutritious and much better version of the basic bowl of ramen that you can buy in your local grocery store. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave your comments. What do you think? What do you prefer, to make your ramen with those flavor boosted bags that are included in your pack of ramen, or you prefer to make it from the scratch like I did? You should definitely try it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye.